Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, sharing a quick video that I did last minute earlier this week for a midnight baking session, making strawberry whipped cream for the very first time. I tried making whipped cream before, but I did it by hand and it just was a total fail. So this time around, I went ahead, invested in a mixer from Target. This one's KitchenAid. It was $49.99 and it was totally worth it. Highly recommend. It did the job perfectly if you want to make whipped cream at home. This required 2 cups heavy cream, half a cup of powdered sugar, and 4 tablespoons of the strawberry jello powder. So that's what I'm mixing here, and I mixed for about 5 minutes, pretty much until you get the consistency that you're looking for. You want the whipped cream to be thick. You want it to hold its shape if you put it in a spoon. And so I just kept mixing until I was really pleased with how thick it was so that it wouldn't melt quick. And then once I was done with mixing it, I just stored it in the fridge while I went on to the next step. But the key here is just to keep going in a circle, making sure you're getting every part of the bowl to make sure that you're getting that thick consistency. Then I moved over to the Duncan Hine Perfectly Moist Devil's Food Cake. And then I'm making cupcakes here, not an actual cake. So it required 1 cup water. It required 3 large eggs, but I had jumbo eggs, so I only did 2 eggs for this recipe, and then 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. And then I also did a dash of vanilla extract because it gives it a little flavor and just gives it a little kick that I noticed makes it more moist and flavorful. So then I just mix it up with my mixer. I put it in a separate bowl while the whipped cream was in the fridge cooling and keeping its shape. So just kept mixing it up and making sure all of the grains and the powder was just like super mixed together until it was just like a smooth texture. Kept going in a circle, and the mixer was like I said with the whipped cream, it did the job perfectly. Made it so much easier than stirring by hand. I don't know how it took me so long to buy a mixer until right now, but this texture I cannot describe. Like in person, you can just tell the difference, and it made the cupcakes at the end result so smooth, so moist. I mean, my grandpa had a bite and he just loved it. So now I'm scooping them into the cupcake tins. All I had were Christmas cupcake wrappings, so that's what we're working with. I guess we're bringing it back to December for May. So just scooping that. I'm still looking for a tool on Amazon where you can kind of put the batter into the cupcake tins a lot cleaner. So right now I didn't have that, so I just used a spoon. I did about 2.5 spoonfuls of the mix in each cupcake tin or cupcake hole. So that's about how much. I noticed that 3 was a little too much and it kind of overflowed in the oven. So I didn't do that for all of them, but a few of them I kind of overfilled more than I should have. So I would suggest like bringing it to about halfway through to the mark, about halfway full is perfect. That way when it rises, it's not too much, doesn't overwhelm its shape, and it kind of holds into your traditional cupcake form. But I did like this cake mix, especially because it only contains wheat in the actual mix. I didn't see any notes that said it was processed in a factory that processes eggs or nuts or any other kind of main allergens. I really try to steer away from those just because I do have a sensitivity to eggs. So I know that it requires 2 eggs for this recipe, but since it is spread out evenly amongst the 18 cupcakes that I made, it's not so much per cupcake. So that amount isn't totally bad for, like, I haven't noticed when I eat them that it affects my body in a negative way. So I really try to stay away from as much egg processed items as I can. And this one is not made in a factory that processes eggs or nuts. So if you are allergic or have similar sensitivities like the ones that I have, then this is a great option since it only contains wheat in the actual mix to limit how much allergens are in the overall recipe so that you can enjoy it. Now it's time to put them in the oven. I had preheated the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I left them in the oven for about 30 minutes, and this is the final result. So next up is decorating. That's my favorite part. I grabbed the whipped cream that I made earlier and I put it in a piping bag with some new Wilton Blossom tip sets that I got from Amazon. And I topped it off with Wilton sprinkles, the rainbow Jimmies, which I got from my local H-E-B here in Texas. But I'm sure that you can get them pretty much at any local grocery store. And this was my first cupcake for display. I was super proud of it and I really love how it came out. And 9 cupcakes later, I decorated a tray full, and let me tell you, these cupcakes tasted amazing. I love how soft the whipped cream is, and it's not too sweet, not overbearing, and you can really enjoy both of them. So I hope you like this video. If you give it a try, tag me or comment and share if this worked out for you. I hope it did. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos. Bye.